It is Pride Month, my birthday season, and one of my sisters, I've been knowing a lot of tea since the tea unfolded, and I'm not fixing to get into all the tea because I'm on a different vibe now. But because this is Pride Month, this is my birthday season, this is Gemini season, I am going to attempt to address this topic with love, compassion, and thoughtfulness. Um, I'm not gonna wear it out, even though Mariah got me blocked on all her social medias. But I just saw you like a week ago, girl. So I know we not beefing, girl. But I know that I did say something cute about the House of Tulips a couple of years back, girl, and maybe, girl, you still feeling the way about it that you knew. But I digress. Um, what is interesting to me is this is a battle of elites. This is what I was talking about in my video the other day when I said how we have people who are leading the movements at the center of the movement. This is literally the last video that I uploaded when I was talking about um when I was talking about how we have people in positions of power who are the gatekeepers, who have a lot of unhealed trauma, who have a lot of things that have not been worked on. And that was clear, watching T.S. Madison's video. Like, I was cringing the way that she talked about somebody who was the same as she was. Like, it's like you literally talking into a mirror, because in so many ways Mariah is just like you. Like, she's ambitious, she's driven, she's fab, you know what I'm saying? She's one of the girls. So like you was literally talking into a mirror. If you were younger, if you were biracial, if you lived in Louisiana, but you literally was talking into a mirror. Y'all both air signs. You're a Libra and she's a Gemini. Like, you literally was talking bitch, you was talking to yourself in the mirror. And the things that you said to her during Pride Month. But this is what happens when we put our siblings who have not had a chance to work through their trauma, when we put them in front of the camera and we put them in the spotlight, and they haven't had a chance to work through so many things. I mean, girl, it's every day is a constant work on me. I would not want either one of their platforms, because I could imagine how stressful it is um having to try to blend in to the point of being accepted around people that really honestly don't care about you. They only care about what you are able to bring to them through the exploitation of your personality. Yeah, you can't hear me. You can't hear me. It's not working. It's froze or what? Oh, okay. Yeah. It's just we live in a society that wants to see us do it, that wants to see us do exactly what is being done. Wants to see us, arguing and fighting, um and just calling each other out like that. Like, I've had things to say about T.S. Madison, and I've had things to say about Mariah, but it was just more so of the point of calling them in, or calling, like it wasn't shade. Like, I never got online and just like drug, Maddie and wanted beef with her. It's never been that type of pressure, you know. And It's never been that type of pressure with Mariah. Like I've never had that type of pressure with either of them. You know, sometimes when you love some person, when you love somebody, the best thing that you can give them is space. And so, when I saw what direction the House of Tulips was going in, I took space from that thing. You know what I'm saying? But there was never any love lost for Mariah. There was never any disrespect towards Mariah. I never hated her or disliked her. You know, with T.S. Madison, I've never hated her. I've never disliked her. I've questioned a lot of the things that she's done to get to where she is because this was this was our trans Oprah. You know, this was the girl who I saw headed in that direction. And this is my thing. Without giving away too much tea and without getting too much into these people business, girl, if you took the bag, stand on that and keep it pushing. Like, let's not try to spin narratives and paint pictures. If you took the bag, money over bitches. I'm just saying. If you took the bag, I mean, I don't even know why it was a cause for feedback. Like, why was it cause to make a video? You did what you did. You said what you said. I know you could not have felt threatened. I know you didn't feel unsafe because that's what it gave, giving it the attention of a live video. And then people in the comment section saying, don't argue with the help. And I'm like, this is the type of elitist stuff that's holding our community back. And then to have whoever it was in the comment section, rooting you on at being an elitist because it's like I could whistle. Like when she said I could whistle and and you wouldn't even be able to come into the room. Like if I whistled, you wouldn't even be able to come into the room. That speaks to the politics. Like that speaks like you low key told us who you was. Like you low key told on yourself because now you letting us know that you just like Massa. They not like us, bitch. Like Kendrick Lamar said, they not like us. Now you know, motherfuckers talking about they could blow a whistle and you would be moved out of the room because I'm loved all over the world. I just saw your post on Insta in full African regalia. Oh, it was giving indigenous. It was giving indigeneity. But yeah, it's very much they not like us. Like you really legit told on yourself. In your anger, you're exposing yourself. And I just want to make sure that's not lost on people. Like I legit want to make sure that's not lost on people because it's gonna take people forever to come to this video. But for the girls and the trans people and the queer people who are smart enough to come and look at this post, pay attention. Do not be fooled. People are telling you who they are. People are telling you who they are. I can whistle and you will not be allowed in the room. It's one thing to have that type of power, it's another thing to use it to keep other girls out. You can sit in your power and still, it ain't nail girl that's gonna make me feel so uncomfortable that I have to say we cannot share space. This recently, recently, what just happened, what just passed, and I wasn't gonna share this, but I'm gonna share it now. And this is not any disrespect to Valerie Spencer because she just lost her mother and she is grieving. And I have the utmost respect for Valerie for how she dealt with the situation. But when we had Monica Roberts Freedom School, I was holding some trauma because of things that Valerie have said about um, about girls getting the sex change. She was not in favor of it, you know. And the way that she addressed her concerns hurt me. And I had been holding that. I've talked about it. I vented before. I vented about it before in live videos. And I was not ready to see her. But this was literally the person who was giving the commencement speech at our graduation. And so she walked in the room right while I was expressing how difficult it was going to be for me to be in a space with her. And I had to walk off first. I walked off crying because this is my elder and I did not want to cuss this lady out. I didn't want to fly. But you know, now knowing Valerie better and spending more time around her, I think she would have understood me cussing her out. I don't think it would have I don't think she would have been bothered by it at all. But you know, I was raised in the South. I was raised in Louisiana. It takes something out of us to cuss out our elders. It takes something out of us to talk to our elders crazy. So I didn't want to talk to the lady crazy, so I walked off from her and she walked right up to me. And I literally had to work through those feelings real time. But it wasn't but I never would have like if I would have had the power to or if I would have had that choice to say because she actually said if you don't feel comfortable with me being here then I'll leave. She said I'll take my dog and go. And I was like, no, I don't want to borrow a girl from the space. I want to work through my feelings. If if I have to keep you out of space to maintain my peace, then that means that my peace is fragile. That's some fake ass peace. That's not real peace. If I have to bar you from a space, if I have to keep you out of space to maintain my peace, a public space, a space that's supposed to be for community, a space that's supposed to be for all of us, a space we all supposed to, if I have to use my power, my pull, my political standing, my society leverage, if I have to use that shit to keep you out of a space, then baby, my peace is fragile. So when you say you could blow a whistle and you could keep a girl out of a space, you're telling us who you are. You're telling us what type of gatekeeper you are. And that is what's wrong with society. And that was my biggest problem. It wasn't her calling her titties at the top and dick at the bottom because all of that was self-hate for me. It read self-hate. You talking to yourself in the mirror. You literally talking to yourself in the mirror, Maddie. Now, me and Mariah is not the closest, so I'm not sitting up here taking up for Mariah, but baby, Gemini season, so hey, we both Geminis, bitch. If I ain't got nothing for you, bitch, I got Gemini love, sis. You know, I know Mariah could defend herself. She don't need nobody to advocate for her. She don't need nobody to speak up for her. She do a good job at it herself. But I think we need to be checking in on Mariah. I think we need to be, making sure Mariah is okay because Mariah is a young girl that has taken on a lot really, really young. And I just think we need to check on her. I don't have access to her because she blocks me on all her social medias. I blocked. I tried to look her up last night when people were sending me stuff. So, those of you who are close to her and do have access to her, please check on her because Geminis, we good at putting on a strong face for y'all and keeping it together in front of the camera. But baby, somebody check on Mariah. Somebody check on Mariah. Madison got a whole bunch of people around her, and I just feel like her camp should have advised her it's Pride season. This goes to show you that you could be a millionaire and still not have any tact, still not have any like at the position of power you're in, where you've made it, how much the level of access and the level of coin you have. Like you're sitting in front of the camera and you're trying to give us grand girl, but it's really giving us bothered. It's really giving us bothered. It's really giving us that this got to you. That's what it's really giving. It's like you're trying to project this illusion of I'm sitting, I got this, but just the fact that you had to speak on it, just the fact that you entertained it, shows that it was trouble in your spirit. Deep down in your spirit, that girl had got to you. That girl had got to you. And this is a younger girl. Mariah is much younger than you. She's much younger than you. Because me and you the same age. So it got to you. During Pride Month, you wasn't able to say, you know what, I'm gonna take an L on this. I got the bag. I moved into my new house. Bitch, do you see me? Bitch, we done seen the new chateau, the new villa. Girl, we've seen the new big sickening bee house, girl. We've seen it multiple times, girl. You've made us eat it quite a few times, girl. Girl, you got the bag, girl. You got the house, girl. Why? Girl, I would have got my coins and kept pushing. Okay. Mariah was collateral damage. She was collateral damage. That's what happened. That was collateral damage. That was a collateral damage friendship. And I felt like the gracious thing would have been to do was, you know what you gave, you know what you did. We don't need to air out all the tea because the girls, it floats around, the tea floats around, the girls know. The girls talk amongst themselves, bitch. The tea is around, bitch. We know what happened, girl. We know. So, we not gonna get into all that online. But girl, you should have just ate that. Maybe reached out to a friend or something and said, "Hey, can you talk to her and let her know there's no hard feelings and I understand if she don't want to fuck with me no more, if we not cool no more, then it is what it is." And let Mariah run her mouth until she felt better. If you don't explain, if you don't mind explaining further about GRS, does she have a difference of opinion on if that further traumatizes you? Oh yeah, so Valerie, um she loves her penis. She celebrates her penis. She's a girl who celebrates her penis. And when I told her I was gonna get my sex change, she was like, "Oh, girl, why would you do that to yourself?" If you ever heard her talk, you know how she talks. She have a high pitched voice, so I can't really, just project like that. It take a little work to do that. But yeah, she sounds like a elder mama, ain't it? And she was like, "Why would you do that to yourself?" And I was so excited. I was telling her because I was excited. This was over 10 years. This was 10 years ago. So I'm super excited, and I'm telling her, and she was like, "Why would you do that to yourself?" And she looks at it as mutilation, and she said, you know, she apologized and said she don't regret what she said, and she still feel the same way, but she wished that she would not have said it in a way that hurt me, you know. And this is the thing. Like in this and going back to T.S. Madison, you are the elder in this situation. Like to be sitting online, being a millionaire as you claim, to be this grand girl. And this is not me reading you. This is just me stating the obvious. Girls are aspiring to be like you. And I've said this for years. I've said this for years. And it's like the wealth, the access, it's gone to your head. And this is why the algorithm uses you. You think that you're capitalizing off the algorithm, but the algorithm is really using you. You think you're using the algorithm. You think that you're a wealthy girl because you were so business minded and you were so strategic. No, the algorithm loves your vulnerability. AI, technology, it loves your vulnerability because everything that has gotten you where you are is your vulnerability, your need, your greed. You think you're using the algorithm, but the algorithm is really using you. It's giving puppet master. The algorithm feeds off of your need to entertain shenanigans and the way that you entertain them. Fuck nigga, got pressure, pussy nigga, fuck nigga. Algorithm love that. Love seeing black trans women do that. Love seeing us get on the internet and act like that. When I was on Facebook screaming and hollering and spitting at the camera, I had so many people on my fucking live. The algorithm loved that. It loved ghetto ratchet all the time. And don't get me wrong, I like a ghetto ratchet tease too. I could eat a greasy pork chop myself. But I understand that this is a part of my legacy and what I am leaving to the next generation, what I am leaving to those who are coming behind me. And so, even more important than me capitalizing, even more important than my wealth is the evolution of my species. Because I damn sure ain't trying to be reincarnated into the live video that I saw on your Instagram last night, sis. Not trying to do that again. Mm-mm. And I would not have saw the video if somebody would not have sent it to me. I would not be sitting here talking about you right now if somebody had not sent that to me. I check in on the elite girls every now and then. And the only elite girl that I really honestly don't have to like that I just don't like really just look at their page and I be like, ugh, again. The only girl that I don't do that with out of you bougie elite girls is Angelica. Cause Angelica gonna have a moment. She gonna have quite a few moments where she's gonna be wash face, where she gonna have her hair going. She might have on a do rag. Angelica gonna give you some type of authenticity. It's not always painted up, casket sharp. It's not always buku filters. It's gonna be some authenticity, and that's what I live for. As far as the darker skinned girls, because there are some lighter skinned girls that will give you some authenticity, that will give you some vulnerable moments, that's not always trying to ride the algorithm, that's not always trying to win favor with the algorithm, that's not always trying to tap dance for AI. There are some girls that will there are some lighter skinned girls that will do it. But of the darker skinned girls, the only one that really gives me like authenticity, because no tea, no shade, this is not a read, but you may take it as a read. Ever since Hope, Hope brand to me has become, bitch, at this point, I feel like they could replace Hope with a robot. And it's so crazy. You hear the young children talking about people having nervous breakdowns and people having meltdowns in front of the camera. But I don't not I, me having a meltdown, me having a nervous breakdown, me showing emotions, me crying, me going through it in front of the camera. That's what lets you know, bitch, I'm not AI. I'm whole. Yeah. I love Hope, but it's done got a bit beep beep pop pop boop. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's got a bit. You ain't gotta agree with me. Just for me. It's they gotta be beep beep pop pop. I love her. Love her from a distance. But it's they gotta be beep beep pop pop. And everybody on here know when I say beep beep bop bop boop what I'm giving. Beep beep bop bop boop. And I feel like it's important not to lose. And that's one of the things that I like about T.S. Madison is that you know it's not AI, you know it's her because AI ain't giving it up like that. AI just ain't they ain't giving it up like that yet. But it's like, girl, you 47, girl. You almost 50. I guess T.S. Madison said, I say I ain't gonna never stop throwing my ass in a circle. Thank you. I said I ain't gonna never stop throwing my ass in a circle. And T.S. Madison says she ain't gonna never stop talking like talking like a nigga at Dade County. You know, this just that's what T.S. Madison gonna do. She gonna T.S. Madison get mad and that bitch turned into Timothy. This is a motherfucking nigga pressure, bitch. Bitch. Girl, with all this body, girl. Girl, you see him with all this body, girl. Motherfucking fuck nigga pressure. Nigga won't pressure, bitch. Goose bottoms, bitch. You with a bitch, bitch. You still talking about busting the bitch in the head with a bottle, bitch? Bitch. Ooh, wait. So I ain't judging. If you like it, I love it, sis, because I say I ain't gonna stop throwing this ass in a circle. Bitch. I said I'm not gonna stop throwing this ass in a circle, bitch. I'm gonna be 60 years old throwing this ass in a circle. So, bitch, I guess C.S. Madison gonna be 60 years old talking about fuck nigga pressure. Nigga pressure, nigga. Let me stop being messy. But yeah, I just wanted to, because I know a lot of people who follow me on YouTube are friends with Mariah and they follow T.S. Madison. And I just want my little camp over here, my little tribe, like us little 5 or 6 people over here at Lay Lim Lay Lur Nation, my peoples, the whole ones, the purple ones. I just want us to see this for what this is. This is not this is not the girls who ride in public transportation. This is not the girls who get EBT and SSI and who live in supportive housing and who are homeless and who actively survive in the streets now. Those girls may have been able to relate to that narrative at one time within their life. Because right now I'm saying this as a girl who is in between houses. I'm working on something right now, working on restoring my grandmother's land, but right now it is not um, livable. There's some things going on with the house before I could be able to move into the house. But I have been told that I can take over my grandmother's land, so I'm working towards that now. But for right now, I'm a girl living from pillar to pole. 47 years old. Still have to ride the bus, still have to ride public, don't have no vehicle, nothing. So these girls who are arguing right now, these girls are not these girls are not us. They not like us. They're these girls is girls with money in their account. They have zeros on top of zeros. These girls is coin girls. And so when you see these girls are aspiring to be those kinds of girls. So don't get caught up in it. Don't feel like this is your narrative. Don't feel like this is impacting you because you us trans people, us regular folk who still getting it out the mud, who still getting it how we live, who are not, as T.S. Madison said, loved all around the world and can whistle and get you put out the room. This is not our narrative. This is not our struggle. And this is not what we aspire to be. Bitch, I would rather be the bitch that I am now than be a girl that know how hard it was for me to get in the room and then have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to brag about keeping another bitch out the room that you had the claw, tooth, and nail to get into. You had to shake your dick. You had to shake your dick. You had to shake your dick. Them titties at the top and that dick at the bottom. You had to shake that dick at the bottom to break through the algorithm. And it's been using you ever since. And so now you're in the rooms and you're bragging about how you can whistle when you literally had to demean yourself. You had to demean yourself to the highest extent of demeanment in order to get through the door. And now you're sitting there acting like the queen of queens because you could keep another bitch held. This is how colonization works. This is how a colonialism works. This is how oppression works. This is how it sustains itself. This is how it works, sis. Now you're a cog in the machine. This is how it works. This is why I sit here with my kinky hair, bitch, getting my downloads. Getting my downloads, honey. This is why I don't put them wigs on like that. This is why I did not go and get my nose done. This is why my teeth is still crooked as fuck, because I needed to stay humble. Because I know I could have been just like you bitches if I would have too quickly touched my crown. See, when you put other people's shit on, when you put on other stuff before you figure out who you are, it's okay to put it on. It's okay to do whatever you gonna do for performance. But know who you are before you start changing shit. Because when I changed my motherfucking penis to a pussy, it played with me. And I went through a depression because I wanted to be able to push life from between my legs, because I saw that anatomy there. And so I went through a depression. And that is why I changed my name to Kaneen. And that is why I correct people when they call me Tila. Because Tila was my childhood name. And Tila was the name of someone who was trying to fit into the binary. Tila was a bitch who was trying to be a woman. Tila was trying to live her life as a woman. Tila wanted the picket fence. Tila wanted to be a wife. Tila wanted to be the fish. That's what Tila wanted. Kaneen is whole. Kaneen is my mother and my father, my grandmother and my grandfather, my great-grandmother and my great-grandfather. Kaneen is whole. Kaneen don't give a fuck about having a deep-ass voice. Kaneen don't give a fuck about you clocking my teeth and calling me a man, because, bitch, I'm a manifestation. Kaneen knows who I am. Kaneen is whole. Tila was trying to be a woman. Tila was trying to blend into the box. Tila was trying to fit in. Tila was being groomed for patriarchy. This is why I when y'all say Tila, I correct you. And I say Kaneen. Because I was suicidal after I got my sex change. Because I cried at my altar so many nights. Because I wanted to be able to give birth. Because I finally saw the anatomy that aligned with how I saw myself. But I had to remind myself that not every vagina is meant to birth. Some people got all the parts. Some beings got the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, and everything, and they still not pushing out no babies. Vaginas weren't just made to carry babies. There are beings who are born with wombs that do not have the desire to carry babies. And so my mind was not there yet. I was not understanding that, even though I had an auntie who had never birthed a child. I always felt like she was still depressed because she could never have any. I had never done that work. And so I had to get my own version of a vagina to do that work. And so that takes growth. And I just wanted to unpack a little bit of this, talk about this for a few minutes today, because I watched the whole video last night, and child, I cringed, at some of the stuff she said. And I don't want this to damper our Pride season. We already have to deal with the commercialism of it all. We already know what Pride season has become. We already know it's a big commercial. We already know they somewhere trying to shoot a commercial out of the damn tan. We know this. We know that. But there are some of us, there are elders, there are babies who are just coming into this, who see hope during Pride season. There are elders who fought for this. And even though they may, have some toxicness going on, some things that they don't know how to let go, they fought for this. And this is a time of year for them to be happy. This is a time of year for them to celebrate all the work that they've done, and for them to see the little babies come in, and for them to see the little youth walking in their truth. Like, that's what Pride is about for them. And so we have our babies coming up, and we have our elders who fought for this, and some of us in the middle, child, we just disenchanted by the bullshit. But we cannot let our disenchantment spoil it for everybody else. Let our bitterness, because bitch, I could be bitter too. I'm not gonna always have a cup of sugar. Let our bitterness spoil it for everyone else. Believe that healing takes place, and we don't place ourselves above some form of internalized transphobia. I believe that healing takes place as we don't place ourselves above, if we don't place ourselves above some form of transphobia, transmisia. And we are, like a lot of us, that shit is so embedded in us. It's so embedded in us. It's deeply embedded. And the funny thing about it is, me and my daughter, cause we're close with each other, like me and my oldest daughter, like we very close with each other. So when I call her, it's more so honoring of wholeness. Everybody can't do this because I'm not close with everybody like that, and she's not close with everybody like that. She'll let you have it if somebody else play with her like that, and the same with me. But when I call her, sometimes I'll be like, "Let me speak to my son," and I'll talk to the deep. I'll be like, "Let me speak to my son." Yeah, let me speak to my son. She'll say, "What's up, daddy?" So we play with each other like that. Like like I don't get mad at her when she called me her daddy sometimes, and I call her my son, because that's our relationship. But we are whole, and that is wholeness. So it's like, you don't know another person's intentions when they're playing with you like that. You don't know another person's intentions when they say that. Like, I know I'm whole. I know that I have a masculine side. And a lot of people will try to play in your face and try to increase it. I have grace. Like, if somebody slip up and call me a he, or and that's been happening a lot lately. Somebody will say he first, and then they'll say she. I don't I don't get mad at being called he, she. Like, if you say he and then you say she, you're acknowledging my wholeness. So I'm not fucked up about you saying he, she. Like, that doesn't do I and that comes with age. Because when I was in my 30s, that shit used to drive the shit out of me. Again, that was Tila. This is Kaneen. Kaneen is not fucked up about he, she. Not, don't get me wrong, because Tila is still in there. When I hear the he, she, Tila be like, Tila be ready to cut up, and Kaneen say, everything is in transition. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we are constantly growing. We are constantly evolving. We're constantly expanding. We're constantly becoming more aware, you know. And as we become more aware, the things that used to trigger us, the things that used to bother us, you know, I think the only thing that bothered me the most about what T.S. Madison was saying was is that you're literally teaching cis heterosexual people how to attack your sisters, your younger sisters, during Pride season. That's like, it's certain things we just should not say online. You're teaching them, you're teaching heterosexual cis people who follow you how to be transphobic and how you're teaching them how during Pride season. We shouldn't teach them how to do it. I'm not fixing to teach a heterosexual cis person how to read my little sisters, my little brothers, my siblings. I'm not going to teach you how to do that. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not going to read you, but my challenge is to read you in a way that I could even read a cis person, that I could even read a straight person. Now, bitch, if you say something about my pussy and you pre-op, you might get it. You asked for it though. You walked into that. You walked into that because you tried to diminish me because I'm post-op. But if you didn't come for me of my sexual anatomy in any way, if you didn't come for me like that, then I'm not gonna come for you like that. I'm gonna come for you in a way that has nothing to do with attacking your identity or your gender or your sexuality. Now, if you a closet, cause y'all know how I am about closet motherfuckers, bitch. You know when it comes to them closet ones, honey, and bitch, y'all, you already know, bitch. You be all type of dick in the booty, in the shadows, ass niggas, bitch. And maybe I should have more grace for people in the closet, but girl, I ain't there yet. Y'all gonna give me a second. Y'all gonna give me a second. But like reading your sisters publicly, like reading your little brothers and your little sisters publicly, and giving people the ammunition to read them. Yeah, we just have to do better. Like, and I have given I have given this live enough energy. I've given enough energy to this conversation. If you support the live, if you agree with any of the things that I have said, make sure you click that thumbs up. Leave your comments in the comments section, and if they are thoughtfully written, I will respond. If they are not thoughtfully written, I will delete them because I don't mind. Because I use curse words, but my conversation is not ignorant. Like, I go from eating the greasy pork chop to giving you a little scholastics. We gonna give you a little scholarly, and we gonna eat a greasy pork chop. We gonna go in between. And I had an exchange with somebody the other day, and they said, if you're the researcher that you claim to be, let me give y'all as I close out this video, let me just give you a little bit of information about what this channel is. This channel is my perspective. This channel is a place for me to share my art, share to therapize myself through sharing my stories, sharing my perspective, sharing my narrative, how things that I have seen on this internet journey while traveling these highways and byways on these internet streets, how it has impacted me, how it has affected me. And yeah, but this is not like I will do research when necessary. Like I will look into some things, but let's be clear. His story is written by the victor. His story is written by the person who won. The data and the information that we have access to is often skewed. It is not always true. It has been manipulated to appear in one way. A lot of it's propaganda, and even more of it is becoming AI manufactured. And so y'all out here pulling up stories that AI done created, talking about its research, miss me with it. The things that I talk about, I try to speak from personal experience. I try to speak from the experiences of those who have been close around me, those who I have a connection with. That is what my storytelling, my perspective, and just my opinion is often rooted in. So, I don't think that what I am saying is the law. It's the end all be all. The book does not stop here. Feel free to go and do your own research on your own, to study and observe for yourself, to figure out things for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. Do your own research. You know what I'm saying? But don't come on here quoting some shit that you done read in a book, because I wrote one my damn self. Okay. Okay. And thinking that you right because your shit came out of book. That's all I'm saying. Um, yeah, but when you come on here, this is a conversation. We're exploring, we're expressing. I do not know everything. I'm not pretending to know everything. I am not always right. I don't think I'm always right, but I do speak with confidence. I do speak with certainty. I do speak with wisdom, and if that offends you, then hey, maybe this is not the channel for you, because I'm not fixing to pretend. I'm not finna speak timid and uncertain, so you don't feel like I'm trying to bogart something, because I'm not. I'm just speaking from a place of authority, a space of autonomy, and that is my right as a sovereign being, regardless as to what's in my banking account, regardless as to the roof I have over my head, the car I drive. Miss Thing, I could be camped out on the street, bitch. Nigga, sir, ma'am, God, goddess, king, queen, mother, father, whoever you is. And I would still know who I am. Because things don't make me. That makes me. What's in here? What's in here? That's what make me. Not things. Because anybody can accumulate things. Some of us are born into it. Some of us are born with a silver spoon in our mouth, and we don't have to do nothing. We just inherit things. Some of you gotta work until you die. Work till you can't work no more to get your things. Some folk don't have to do nothing to get things. Things and possessions do not validate who you are. What validates who you are is what's in here and what's in here and how you maneuver from that space of knowing who and whose you are. So this has been my pride rant about the tranny wars. That's all I got for you. Add that perspective as you are navigating this pride season, because this could spark some more drama. And so you have this video to go back to so you could play the whole tape, because we seeing the elitist battle. We seeing the girls The girls of the girls, they're battling. They're entertaining. They're putting on a show. But don't forget who you are as you eat your popcorn and watch the show. Down but down that I say cool, it keeps spinning and turning Ian Gani Iyanko Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Love y'all and remember to light your candles, which represent the past, the present, and the future, the true Trinity. A man, a woman, Laylim, Layla. Later, love y'all.